Hi guys! I just wanted to do a quick tour of my deck or container garden. It's about the end of the summer season, so a lot of stuff is dying away, but I just want to document kind of some things that were going well and some things that maybe need a little more work next time. Thanks. Here is an overview of where most of my containers are. They're along the outer edge of the deck, and they kind of wrap around. Whoop, there's the kiddie pool. Over to this window. Now, in the beginning of the season, my husband built these amazing cedar planters. They're 2 feet by 4 feet. He built me 4 of them, but of course, that was not enough room. So I found all of these other planters, as many as I could find, some from my grandmother. I have yogurt containers, milk jugs, plastic containers from plants that I've gotten. But let's go through and we'll start from one end. All right, here is my little scallop squash with a marigold plant. And here I have what I thought were going to be a smaller variety of sunflowers, but they are still taller than me. I grew some dahlia flowers from seed. Usually you buy these tubers, but I tried to germinate mine from seed, and there's one about to bloom. This container here, that is ginger. And what I did is I literally took or purchased organic ginger, and I started them indoors on a heat mat, and they sprouted up. And this is what they look like in September. There's a little pepper plant there. Here is my strawberry patch. This is the first year, so they did not have any berries, but they're looking good. They've got all these runners, so I'm not really sure exactly what to do with them. I've potted some up, but I heard you're not supposed to pot too many up because it takes away the energy for next year's berries. Not sure. I have some beans climbing up a trellis. Here I have one of my giant Marconi pepper plants, and those did pretty well. I usually don't do well with peppers, but I have them doing great here. Some green onions. Now, I did not grow those from seed. What I do is, as I purchase green onions from the store, what I don't use, I stick in the dirt, and they just continue growing. I've got another marigold. The marigolds just kind of, they go crazy on you. I've got a melon here. I'm not sure it's going to make it this late in the season, but we'll see what happens. I've got these yellow pear cherry tomatoes. Here is a squash plant. And that powdery stuff, that's actually cornstarch. That's from a kid's project that I happened to dump here. But hiding underneath is a squash plant. Now the thing about squash is sometimes you buy a certain variety, but it's cross-pollinated and it ends up being something else. So I think it's some kind of weird hybrid. Another marigold. Oh, here's another one of those bean trellis gone crazy. I built an ark from bamboo, and you can't see it. I thought it would be a cute little trellis, but I didn't think the beans would get this crazy. And then I've got some basil that's about to go out for the season. And then here is another one of those giant Marconi pepper plants. It is almost 5 feet tall, guys. And it's chock full of peppers. I have never had that happen to me before. So many peppers. Another planter container with ginger. I've got mint. Some other squash. I'm not sure what's going to pop up there. Not sure it's going to make it. And then I have a cherry tomato plant. You can see that they're growing from these self-watering buckets. This is the first time I'm using them. Another dahlia plant. It didn't flower this year. I'm hoping it will next year. And then beautiful zinnia. All right, going over to the railing. If you can see these zinnias, they actually are all sprouting up from this tiny little container that I used from the store. I've got carrots hiding out here with a pepper plant. In these tiny plastic containers, these are not planters, by the way. They're just containers I drilled holes in. I had beans growing. So about 2 years ago, I winter sowed these alpine strawberries, and this is the second year, and they started fruiting. So these are tiny little berries. The kind that I got actually is I believe a pineapple variety. So it's yellow instead of red, and they're very small. They produce all season long, but the flavor is excellent. They're actually considered a delicacy in Europe. Here's one of my smaller herb containers. I have mint, oregano, I'm not sure what that is, and thyme. I kind of packed in there. Thank you so much for joining me for the tour of my container garden on my deck. You really don't have to have any land to have a garden that you love and enjoy. Stay tuned and subscribe. I'd love to share future videos for lessons that I've learned on how to grow things that you love on your patio, balcony, or deck without any land at all. Thanks for watching.